Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL lately, you know that shifts in the league's power dynamics are happening faster than ever. But what's stirring the pot right now is a rumor that's gaining serious traction. The Washington Commanders could be on the verge of landing one of the most coveted offensive tackles in the league, Penei Sewell from the Detroit Lions. And let me tell you, this isn't just some idle speculation. It's a move that could redefine the Commanders' future on the offensive line and boost their chances of making a serious playoff push next season. So let's unpack this a little. The Detroit Lions, sitting at 8-8 with their playoff hopes hanging by a thread after losing to the Kansas City Chiefs, are reportedly looking to shake things up. According to sources like Adam Schefter, the Lions are open to trading Sewell, a young, elite offensive tackle, in exchange for some serious draft capital, specifically a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027. The Lions are looking to rebuild their roster with a focus on cap space and youth, especially on the defensive line and wide receiver positions, with about $20 million in cap space freed up from this potential deal. This trade makes a lot of sense from Detroit's perspective. They've been struggling with a defense that's been leaking points, giving up nearly 25 points per game, and their offensive line, while solid, could benefit from some fresh talent. Sewell is just 25 years old but already considered one of the best tackles in the league, a true cornerstone with 4 Pro Bowls under his belt and a career rating of PFF 92. 5 overall, the top among offensive tackles. His ability to dominate both in pass protection and run blocking, along with minimal penalties and a sack allowed rate of just 1, makes him a franchise-level player. For the Lions, the decision to trade Sewell would be about cap management and future planning. His $18 million cap hit in 2026 is a significant burden, and moving him could free up resources to extend core players like Jared Goff, who's making a hefty $45 this year. Plus, Detroit's defense has been a concern, and they're looking at ways to infuse youth and talent, especially on the defensive line, where they're allowing too many TFLs, a staggering 120, ranking 28th in the league. The trade could accelerate their draft plans, giving them a shot at younger, more dynamic players to shore up that run defense. Meanwhile, the Commanders are in a different spot altogether. Sitting at Fort Welve and deep in a rebuilding phase under coach Dan Quinn, Washington's main focus is on strengthening their offensive line, which has struggled at times with injuries and inconsistency. Sewell, with his elite skills and proven durability, could be the anchor they need to stabilize the front and protect their young quarterback, Sam Howell. With Baiadas currently nursing an ankle injury, Sewell could step right into the RT position, instantly improving their pass protection and run game. Let's talk about what this could mean for Washington. Sewell is a game-changer on the line. His ability to dominate in pass protection, with a win rate of 72% on pass sets and 81% on run blocks, would dramatically reduce the sacks they've been giving up. Currently, the Commanders are tied for 30th in the league with 45 sacks allowed, and that's a stat they need to improve if they want to compete with NFC East rivals like the Eagles and Cowboys. Sewell's presence would likely bump their protection efficiency by over 20%, making life easier for their quarterback and giving their running backs more space to operate. His run-blocking stats, which show a YAC boost of plus 15% for RBs, could be the difference maker in their offensive efficiency. What's also exciting is how Sewell's addition could elevate the Commanders' entire offensive scheme. His prowess in pass protection would allow the team to extend plays longer, giving Howell more time to read the field and make better decisions. It's no secret that the Commanders' offense has struggled at times with consistency, but with Sewell anchoring the line, they could see a significant uptick in their third-down conversion rates and overall offensive production. The effect on their deep passing game would be noticeable, as Sewell's presence would help protect Howell on longer developing routes, giving the receivers more time to get open. And there's more. Sewell's impact wouldn't just be limited to the passing game. His run-blocking prowess, which has already been highlighted, could help the Commanders establish a more balanced offense. Washington's running game, which has been somewhat inconsistent this season, could see a boost of around 4 or 5 yards per carry, similar to how Seattle's trade for DK Metcalf in 2025 boosted their aerial attack by over 200 yards per game. Sewell's ability to create mismatches up front would open up more opportunities for the offensive coordinator to dial up effective runs and play-action passes. This kind of versatility on the line is exactly what the Commanders need to become more unpredictable and dangerous offensively. Looking at the broader picture, this move could also have playoff implications. The odds of Washington making a deep postseason run could improve significantly with Sewell protecting Howell and elevating the offense. Bookmakers are already noticing the potential. The Super Bowl odds for the Commanders have been climbing from +15, 0 pre-trade to around +8, 0, and some projections suggest that acquiring Sewell could push their odds even higher, possibly around +7, 0, or +6, 500. That's a huge shift for a team that's been in a rebuild mode, and it indicates that the front office is serious about contending sooner rather than later. The trade would also send a message to the rest of the league that Washington is serious about competing, especially in a division as competitive as the NFC East. Of course, no move comes without risks. For the Lions, trading Sewell would mean losing a cornerstone of their offensive line, which could lead to some short-term struggles, especially in the run game and in protecting Goff. Their PFF grade could drop from an elite 85 to around 75, and they'd likely see a dip in their run-blocking efficiency, losing around 200 rushing yards per game. Plus, they'd need to find a way to fill that void in the draft or via free agency. But if the Lions are looking toward a rebuild, especially with their defense allowing too many points, this could be a step in the right direction for future growth. For Washington, the main concern is ensuring that Sewell's addition is sustainable. They'd need to negotiate a deal that fits their cap structure and doesn't overextend financially. But given his youth and proven elite performance, it's a trade that could pay off for years to come. The Commanders' offensive line has been a work in progress, and Sewell could be the final piece they need to solidify the front and build a more formidable offense. With the right coaching and development, Sewell could turn Washington's line into one of the league's best, much like how Trent Williams transformed the Niners' front in previous years. This could also be a signal that Washington is serious about returning to relevance in the NFC, aiming for a deep playoff run and, eventually, another Super Bowl appearance. In the end, folks, this potential trade has the makings of a game changer. Sewell's arrival in Washington wouldn't just be about adding a talented player. It's about signaling a new era of ambition for the franchise. It could help accelerate their rebuild, bring stability to the offensive line, and give their offense the boost it desperately needs. From a strategic standpoint, it's a bold move that could pay dividends for years down the line. And for the Lions, it's a chance to reset and focus on building a younger, more cap-friendly roster that can compete in the long run. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this potential move? Do you believe Sewell would be the missing piece for Washington to finally punch through and contend for a Super Bowl? Or do you think the Lions should hold on to him and see if they can turn things around with their current roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. We're on this journey together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for our team. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.